What is up, folks? Briston Gaming. We are back with another episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Weekly. The show will help you figure out what mods are good for you. And this week, as you can see here, we have a cool week ahead of us. We're going to cover 2 mods that are not server side, but then the other 3 are. But before we jump into anything, I do want to say thank you, mod authors, to continue come out with new stuff, updating old stuff. It's been super cool. Thank you guys so much. Also, community members, thank you guys so much for the support. It means a lot. I just saw that we passed 1,500 subscribers. It's kind of a really cool thing for me. I never thought that we'd reach that point, with just making as few videos as I do because of how limited time can be. But also, folks, I want to remind you guys, once again, I am going to be hosting a server through the Vidui 42 Discord for Conan Exiles for the Age of Sorcery. So if you guys want to get on and check it out, by all means, please join us. Now, with that, we're going to go ahead and jump into the mods. And the first mod is the Spawn in Place by DevOps Dinosaur. I hope I said that right. DevOps Dinosaur? Yeah, I said that right. Okay, so what this mod does is it lets you spawn where you died without failing any quests. You don't have to run back and try to find your crap again. You're going to spawn with a 10-second invulnerability timer that you can use to grab your stuff. Now, I have these 3 nice ladies here, and we have a quest, as you can see, up in the right-hand area, up in the right-hand top of the screen. So these ladies are going to help us out. We're going to unfreeze the AI. They're going to beat on us for a little bit, which would be a nice little change of pace for them. There you go, ladies. Come on. Come on. I thought you guys would be a lot faster than this. There we go. So now that we've died, we're going to spawn right back where we were. We can be able to grab our bag and get out before we die again. This is really good, like I said, if you're doing challenge quests, just questing in general, or if you get an unlucky break and a bunch of zombies spawn around you. Now you see they're pounding on us, but we're not taking any damage. Now we can just walk over here and grab our bag, and now we can run. See, look at that. And so long as we don't leave the area, this would give you a chance to do something like that, lead them over an explosion. Ha! That worked a lot better than I thought it would. I was just trying to show it off, showing how it would work and like what benefits you could have. But with that, folks, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright, folks, so this next mod is the CJ's Super Tools and Weapons by Commando Jenkins, and this is an awesome server-side mod that adds in a bunch of cool weapons and some really super tools. So what this mod adds in is it adds in this Annihilator, the Shot E, the Punisher, Rambo, Golden Eagle, Prototype Viper, Executioner, Leatherface, Spear of Destiny, the S&W 500 Magnum with ammo for it, the Dragunov, the Repeater Crossbow, the F1 Grenade, a Super Auger, a Super Impact Driver, a Super Machete, and a Super Nail Gun. Now, I could spend forever talking about everything about these, but really, I'm just going to pick a couple and show you. So the Super Nail Gun does a 5k HP repair per go. It has 10k durability, which is also really nice. The Super Impact Driver gives time 2 salvage materials. The Annihilator, which is a super sledge shock turret, so it'll shock enemies when it hits them. The F1 grenade, does no block damage, but 50% damage to entities. So, really good for, base defense and stuff like that. The Dragunov does 5 times headshot damage. So if you can get really good headshots with it, on a horde base, you're going to just, absolutely destroy stuff. The Spear of Destiny has time 2 range and armor penetration when you throw, which is also really nice. And like the Leatherface chainsaw gives time 2 wood harvest and gives a better dismemberment and a slight increase for run speed. So this mod is just really cool in general. There's a lot that it brings in, which I think you guys are really going to enjoy. I don't want to go through and show off every single thing and take away from you guys being able to experience it yourself. So I really want you guys to get on and check this out because this mod really is super, super awesome. But I will show off this junk sledge though. This is like super duper cool. I love this thing just because it does some good. Hey, why didn't you not smack these bitches? Look at that. Come on, dude. Look at that. Is that not badass? I love this thing. Since I've been playing around with this, man, this thing has become a staple of almost any horde build. Just because, one, it does hellacious damage, as you saw. But also shocks and knocks them pretty far back. This is a really awesome mod. I think you guys are going to love this mod. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next one. Alright folks, so this next mod is the CJ Super Traps by Commando Jenkins, and this is another really cool mod that brings in some awesome server-side traps. Now I will, however, preface this and I'll say that there is an issue if you have all of them out like I do. So it seems to be that if you use one or two, you might be okay, but for whatever reason, during my testing, and I'll show you guys, there seems to be issues popping up. So when we start to test these, I'll show you what I'm talking about. But what it does is it brings in a heavy turret here, which uses... Oh, I was like, what the hell happened? I destroyed it on accident. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But so what it does here is it brings in a heavy turret, which uses 7.62 ammo, and it does pretty good damage, has a higher fire rate, and a little bit farther as well. And then it brings in a super shock turret, which is what these are. Or the shell shock turret, which does both fire and electrical damage. And then it brings in these, the whirlwind blade traps, which do electric damage, and they're smaller. So you see, they're just a 2x1x2, as opposed to the 3x2, which is kind of nice. And then you've got the dart traps up here, or the dart turrets up here. I'm sorry, which use darts, and they have a lot faster fire rate, like ultra fast. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and turn on the generator, and we're going to spawn in a bunch of zombies, and then I'm going to show you what I'm talking about when I say that there's some issues that pop up. So the turrets are doing okay, but it's for whatever reason, once they start to get inside here, we're going to start getting some issues. And it's only with these blade traps that I'm not sure why it pops up like it does. So they're not actually making it in. So we're just going to spawn in those guys and let them come this way. Oh hey, I wonder if I fixed the issues by taking out some of the traps. Well, hopefully I did. So what I mean by there was issues is we kept getting, when you hit F1 and you see these null references, kept popping up. And these were all during testing here, trying to show off the mod, doing different stuff with it, practicing it out. And what happened was I had a ton of turrets. I had a bunch of stuff scattered around, and I just kept getting these red error messages popping up. So, I'm glad you guys got to see the mod actually working correctly. Maybe I was doing something wrong during my previous testing. But look at this guy just stuck here taking constant electric and burn damage. And then we'll finish them off with the other cool little CJ mod. But this is just, these traps are just super cool. Wrong button. I absolutely love these traps for what they do. Like, the dart turrets shoot so fast. The heavy ones do some serious damage. And then these blade traps can stun, like you saw those guys got stunned and shredded in seconds. This is a super, super cool mod for base builders if you want to just be able to destroy stuff super quickly. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this next mod is the Clear Bulletproof Glass Block by Aramis, and this is just another cool server-side mod that is actually, or was part of, I'm not sure if it still is part of, the Oak Raven Forest collection and the White River Tools of Citizenship, but this is a standalone mod by itself, which is just super fantastically cool, because for base building, it's just really nice to be able to look out and not have the foggy effect, but if you see, we punch it, that's some decent HP on the blocks. And the only way you really tell that there's a block there is if you look at it from the side and you can see the other blocks around it. But it's just, this is super fantastic. I love this because I like having the clear look without being, zombies being able to climb through. And then it just takes normal glass to repair. So, you can easily decorate a base out with this stuff and be able to actually have some good visuals without being constrained by having that weird fogginess that comes from the normal glass blocks. And it just makes all of them clear, which I love. So it's fantastic. You have the little helper block here where we can change to what we want. This is just, I love this so much. I love this. And I think it's retroactive. When I was playing around with this before, I installed this on a building over, I don't remember where it was where I was playing around with this first. But all the blocks that I had that were bulletproof glass ended up turning clear. So I'm pretty sure it's retroactive. So as soon as you install it, it changes all the previous ones. I could be wrong, and maybe I was just imagining it, but I was pretty sure they were all clear like this. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the last mod. Alright folks, so this last mod is the Electricity Windmill Power by OBC Maurice, and this is just something that OBC Maurice has taken from one of the older Zith models and made an awesome mod that we can use to power a base with windmills. And I love this thing. It is unfortunately not server side because of the assets used, and I think it was made with Harmony, but it's just really cool because you've got this awesome looking windmill here. Now this one's not spinning, but if we come and we turn it on, it still doesn't spin. No, there it goes. Slowly spinning. Look at that. And then you can see the amount of max power is kind of low, but it's also increasing. So that's really cool too. I love that. And then we have this one over here, which is the rustic windmill. And if we turn it on, power starts out low and then slowly builds as it spins. That is just super cool. I love... Oh, what was that? Why did it disappear? But this is just a fantastic mod. You can really easily decorate out a cool base with this. I actually love being able to use the rustic windmill on like a farm or something like that, depending upon how I'm building, like where I'm building at, or using this one if it's a super heavy base that's been modified with like a lot of traps, kind of more modern. I use the modern windmill just because it looks better, you know, thematically, especially if you've got like a big tower. I put it up and I put some turrets and stuff around it to keep it safe from birds. But man, they do look super cool. And the function of being able to, you know, provide extra power all the time without having to worry about gas and the hell was that? Oh, it's the wind. Okay, I was like, what on earth was that noise? Sorry, folks. I'm easily distracted. I have what my wife calls ADOS, attention deficit. Ooh, shiny. Anyway, these are all super cool mods, folks. Like I said before, the first and the last one unfortunately are not server side, but those middle three are. So by all means, guys, please get on and check these mods out. I know you guys are going to love them. But with that, folks, we are done for the week. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you had fun. Make sure you like, subscribe if you aren't, and have fun, folks. Take it easy, and we will see you next time.